Can you give me a definition of the word ope, spelled O-P-E?
I can try, but
Don't know.
Ope is like something, so you start a sentence with it.
Ope. We've all heard it. I know I use it. And if you're from the Midwest, you've probably heard it too. I'm here in the pedestrian mall today to find out, what does ope really mean?
I literally don't know.
So you're literally blanking right now?
Yeah, literally blanking.
I think it means like get out of the way. Excuse me.
Get out of the way.
Nope. I was there. I don't know.
I can't, mainly because I didn't know it was a real word in the English language until about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, sure. Ope. That would be a contraction, I imagine. O apostrophe P-E. And it would be the combination of oops and dope.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay. I would say it's equivalent to okay.
It's equivalent to okay.
When you run into someone and you don't want to say I'm sorry or oops, so you say ope.
It's kind of like an excuse me or an exclamation of like, oh no. That's what I think of it as, of an oh no statement, but like friendlier and nicer.
When have you heard it?
Actually twice, from you and someone else in a restaurant.
There's a contingency of folks from the Midwest that I was good friends with, and maybe from them. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. Have you ever heard anybody use it?
Besides you, just now, no.
I think people go, oh,
Yeah.
fairly often.
Yeah, people send it through message too.
Really? You've gotten it through text
I've gotten
message?
it through text message before, yeah.
How do they spell it?
O-P-E.
Okay, O-P-E. All right.
They were using something else. Like, I just oped.
I had somebody earlier tell me it was a verb because he told me he oped out of that situation. So you said you just oped. So what is like to ope?
But I oped something by accident, I guess. I think.
All right, so we've got oped as an action. It's a verb?
Probably, yes.
Would you agree with that?
I don't feel like it's a verb necessarily. I don't know. I suppose you could use it that way, I guess.
I've never used it as a verb before. That's really interesting, but I can see how. When you say I oped my way out of a situation, I understand what that means.
So that makes sense to you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So what would you say would be like an appropriate situation to use it?
I feel like if you just got news that you're like surprised to hear, like ope.
On this campus right here, if you run into someone and you're on your phone or something, you'll say, oh, I'm sorry, thank you.
Maybe an airplane terminal, when you're exiting an airplane and you're really close quarters and you're like, oh, let me get this bag, and you're trying not to hit people, and oh, sorry, sorry.
Whenever you kind of do something dumb or you mess up slightly or something, you're just gonna I got it.
How long do you think we've been using it?
I think it's gotten very popular, but it's existed for a while.
So would you say it's like selectively like a Midwestern thing?
Probably.
It's a habit we do. It's like you grew up with this habit and you don't know you're weird until someone goes, hey, that's weird. And you're like, oh.
Really? So you think ope is an international thing?
I would imagine so, yeah. I would say it probably is.
Because everybody I've run into has said it's a Midwestern thing. So are you from here?
No, I'm from San Diego, actually.
So you use ope all the time?
All the time. Yeah, it's definitely, it's very common.
Interesting. Did you know it was an actual word?
I did not. I just thought it was a slang word.
Well, you're actually right, because I actually did research on this. It was a word, but we don't use it the same way at all.
Really? What was it?
It was a shortened term for open in like the 15th century.
Oh. Ope. Just like that. What do you know?
Okay, I don't think it's used like that.
Not at all. It's not used like that anymore.
Oh dear, can you ope this bottle for me?
Ope was a shortened term for the word open.
Oh, yeah, of course. Sure. that
Yeah,
makes
you can
sense.
totally see that,
That's
right?
why we use that. Yeah. No.
All right, so there you have it. Those are our definitions of ope. One thing I've learned today is we had a lot of people speak off camera. I know one man mentioned the equivalent in India is oo, which is just ope without the PE. It's just double O, oo. I had another person define it as for a never-ending internal loop in your head, as far as, oh, I can't believe I just said that word. But I think my favorite definition I heard came from a young man today. He said, ope is instinctual, it's Midwestern, and it comes from the heart. I'm Dale Morin, and I'm going to ope my way out of this situation.